Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the crew all together. We got Ben, Eric, Coriander, Monty. What's going on,
Hey,
guys?
Hey.
All right.
not
All
much.
right.
How are you?
Is that like like a
That's our
royal
Miss
wave?
America way. Yeah.
Never know what to expect. Never know what to expect. Um, all right, guys. So how's it going? I mean, we've been just doing our own thing. It looks like, and now we kind of get together and for our third episode together. So I'm pretty excited. We're gonna get a chance to collectively talk about the Halloween Kills trailer
Mhm.
and any thoughts and all that type of stuff. And then a couple other things we're going to be talking about: favorite part threes, least favorite part threes, and horror and stuff like that. So it should be pretty interesting. Real quick, just to see who we have in the chat. Let's see. We've got flamethrowers in the chat, and I saw 007 ripping off Jason Lives in that montage.
Oh, that cracked me up when I went to see that in the theater. It's like, oh man, they ripping off James Bond.
We got Patrick. Patrick's in the chat. What's going on, Patrick?
Hey.
What's
What's going on,
Patrick?
Um, Patrick is too funny, man. He said, "Greetings to the six Venoms." We added one. We added one. Let's see who else we got. Waffles is in the chat saying, "Hey guys, no invite to this club tonight." Laugh out loud.
Aw.
Hey man, you're here. If you're watching this, you are the Night Watch Zone.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
Oh man, you're all right, Ben. You're all right. So yeah, so let's we might as well just jump into this thing. Let's take a look at the Kills trailer together as a group, and we'll just kind of just throw our thoughts out on what we think. Let me just pull this sucker up, and we should be good to go. But yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped up for this thing. I really, really am. It should be good. All right, guys. All right, here we go, guys. And yeah, it looks
Nice.
The nerd from 16 Candles all grown up.
right. All grown up. So
Mhm.
yeah, man. I mean, it looks awesome, man. It really, really does. I mean, when you guys first saw it, what were you thinking?
Excited.
I was hyped, man. I thought it looked great. I'm
Yeah.
not. Some people thought that it showed like way too much or something.
Right.
For me, it didn't. I don't think it spoiled anything. I knew some fuckers were gonna die. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
The only thing it might have like it might have spoiled sort of like whatever that scene is going to end up being, where he's sort of stabbing the daughter. Can't remember her name right now.
The granddaughter.
Yeah, the granddaughter.
Yeah.
But and I mean, to me, like it's not a spoiler seeing how he gets out. I imagine that happens in the first like 5 minutes of the movie. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I was okay that they showed the, like, a lot of people were complaining that it did show too much. Wasn't upset that they showed how he got out, grabbing the hand.
Mhm.
It would have been nice if they kept those kills for the theater. But who cares? Because from what I've read, this isn't even half of who dies in the finished product.
That's what I heard too.
So-
I heard this isn't even a third. I
Really?
heard that this. Yeah, I heard that
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of killing in this
Yeah,
damn
'cause-
movie.
I mean, we all know that when they decided to make another trilogy, that he was going to survive the fire. So
Yeah.
to me, that really wasn't a spoiler thing, and to me,
Mhm.
it showed enough to get everyone excited, especially the Halloween fanboys.
Yeah.
a la Lee McCoy Dundrums.
I love that
Yeah.
imagery of him standing in front of the burning house too, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was very
Yes.
It was very
Just-
cinematic.
Just that opening shot of just the house itself on
Yeah, I know,
fire.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
it looks so damn cool.
Yeah, I mean, if the rest of the movie can have that type of care, as far as
Mhm.
the scenes and the way it's shot and the
Mhm.
epicness, we're in for a treat, man.
Hmm.
We really
Yeah,
could
like
be in
that.
for a big treat.
Like that
Oh.
fireman POV through his like respirator.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
No, it reminded me of the kill from the remake of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy,
Mm.
yeah.
Kind of
Yep.
reminded me too of Hills Have Eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it looks so good though, man. I'm so hyped up for it. When I first saw it, I was just like, oh my God, I just can't believe. Like Coriander, you know what I'm saying, man. It was so
Mhm.
much awesomeness.
And like I said,
Yeah.
I'm a guy that didn't like the last one. I watched the last one. I wasn't excited for it. They made a big deal. Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. She already did with H2O and everything. So I wasn't on the hype train. I watched the film. I was yelling at my TV. I didn't enjoy it. But that trailer has got me excited for this movie. So that's saying something. A man who didn't
Nice.
like the previous one, I want to see this one.
Nice, nice.
I
Now,
love the previous one. What's a brief synopsis of why you didn't like the previous one?
Honestly, because we've seen it before. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie, she's dealing with her PTSD again, using either booze or pills again. I didn't like how they ignored part 2, only because if you take out what happened in part 2, he's only killed like 3 people.
Yeah, 3
4
people.
maybe if you count his sister. That's just Tuesday in Chicago in 2018. He's not that scary, in my opinion. So it just takes away the menace to him. I didn't like how it was podcasters going after him, like and stuff like that. And I didn't like how by the end of it, Laurie kind of turned into like Sarah Connor / MacGyver with all her trap doors and stuff like that. I just didn't care for it. And I thought the doctor who was I guess going to be the new Loomis that was obsessed with Michael. He's the one that let Michael out. He put on the mask. If they would have went somewhere with that would have been great. But then he's taken out. So it's just like there was a lot that disappointed me in it. And
really?
yeah. Now, granted, maybe I need to rewatch it.
Now, you've only
And
seen it once, or
I saw it the once and I was just so mad.
he's like, screw this.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But with some time passing, maybe I'll enjoy it differently. Maybe not. But we'll see.
Joel's saying that he killed 5, including the mechanic. Everyone forgets about the mechanic.
Yeah, he did kill the
That's
mechanic.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
That's the stuff of urban legend, man. Escape mental case fucking kills 4 people in one night. I mean, that's enough to create a little urban legend around him. You know what I'm saying?
And plus it's a small town too. This isn't a big city.
So Strange Monkey.
What's up, Strange
Hey.
Monkey?
Hey, Strange Monkey in his house.
Right? But plus it's a small town, so that kind of makes a little bit of a difference too, because everybody knows everybody. Everybody babysat someone that is down the street or whatever. So I think that makes a big difference too. But I really enjoyed the 2018 Halloween. I really, really did.
I did
And
too.
maybe
Yeah, so did
I mean, I'm definitely a fan of the franchise, so I'm sure obviously that, pushes you down a certain path. But when I saw it in the theater, I actually saw it in the theater with Killian, and man, we were just, I guess what I'm saying is I was really worried at first because I was like, this franchise, the mythology had always gone all over the place. It pissed me off. You know that, Eric.
Yep.
And so I was just like, please don't mess this up, and I don't know, about a third of the way, not even a third of the way into the film, I started to breathe a sigh of relief. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty darn good. So, and I've watched it several times since then. And it seems like usually movies will either stay the same, an average movie will just kind of stay the same. This one, it just would get better and better every time I'd watch it. So I really enjoyed it. You got to watch it again and then let us know if you change your thought, because I'd be really interested.
What's up, David?
That happens with movies too. Sometimes it takes a second or third watch to actually appreciate and enjoy it.
Yes,
You know?
yes, that's true.
Yeah,
I
because
had that experience.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned as far as when they announced it, and but I think that's been a trend now. It's like, hey, let's redo movies, but we'll just ignore all the other movies, other sequels, and we'll just actually do a movie, the actual sequel from the first movie, and that was a bit worried at first, but I like the story. I like how they I like this particular version of Laurie Strode as opposed to the one that was in H2O. I like how they slowly built up and Michael's escape from the penitentiary. I didn't mind the podcasters because it's modern society, so I didn't mind the podcasters. So I like that they actually kept it in a normal time, so that way younger people can understand it, because you got these two podcasters. So, but that's what podcasters do. They do this crazy stuff,
right.
It was that's why I enjoyed the film, because I like it when writers do something different. They didn't insult they didn't insult the first Halloween, and I liked all the characters except what you call him, husband.
Monty, they did something different for Exorcist 2, and we all know your thoughts on that.
Nice one, Eric. Hey, Joel was saying, I thought the zombie weens killed the franchise for good, so 2018 was a godsend. Now you enjoyed the Rob Zombie Halloweens, right, Eric?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, the second one even more than his first one.
See, now that's where we're going to have another conversation.
Is that the White Horse one?
Yeah, that's the White Horse one.
Yes, it is.
Gotcha.
Maybe
there was parts of it that were good. No doubt.
There were some parts that's good, but maybe you can explain the White Horse.
Well, this also takes, because, I don't know if Knight saw it when I was on American Werewolf in New Jersey when we discussed it.
Yes.
It takes a second viewing, because if you saw it in the theaters, they literally explain the White Horse for like 5 seconds in the very beginning of before the credits. So when you can actually pause it and read what the hell it says, basically it was from like some type of dream book, how they interpret dreams. A vision of a white horse basically expresses your like deep set rage and hatred and stuff like that. So whenever he saw that, that's what right before shit went down. I'm not saying I liked the White Horse. I'm just saying that was the explanation for it. I like the movie for other reasons. It's my favorite Michael. I think Tyler Mane is the scariest Michael, in my opinion. I think he's the most brutal. I like the performance of all the characters, whether it's Danielle Harris or Brad Dourif. They're the crux of that film.
Good.
Yeah, no,
Brad Dourif was the best thing of those two movies.
Yeah, he and Daniel Harris were good. I'm not a fan of Scott Taylor or whatever.
Yeah, she's not very good, but I like I said, I like the family aspect of it. I again, like Monty says, it's something different. I liked in Rob's first one, I liked seeing young Michael in the asylum. I liked a lot of that stuff. Like some people think the unknown is more scary. Michael's just a silent killer. I kind of liked how they went the, I guess you would say, realistic way, the torturing of the animals and stuff like that. I liked all that stuff. Then halfway through it became John Carpenter's, and I kind of threw my hands up.
Yeah, but I agree with you, because that's one of the things I actually liked about the first Rob Zombie, because that first part, it was something different, and we actually got to see Michael's childhood, other than him killing his sister, typical redneck, but it was still something that we get some type of a backstory. Same thing with Freddy's Dead.
Now, okay, now wait a minute. So
that's true.
You just hit it on the nose there. So I got to ask the question, especially for you, Eric. Okay. So, what about 2018? This is kind of going off topic, but it's all relevant in a way. But what do you think of 2018 versus like Freddy's Dead or the Nightmare remake?
In what way? Like where I would rank them?
What was more? What was better, or what was more of a success as a movie for you?
For me,
well, because I know you have a soft spot for the Freddy's.
I do. So let's say I'll say this. I've given Freddy's Dead shit. But with the backstory, like Monty said, there's no Looney Tunes in the backstory. Okay, so that makes me not hate it. But you know me, I really, really enjoy the remake. I would put that the top.
Mm-hmm.
So the Nightmare remake and then 2018 Halloween.
And then Freddy's Dead. And
Wow.
then, but then again, remember, I've only seen 2018 once, and I was in a very unhappy mood when I watched it. So, as of today, July 1st, it would be Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Freddy's Dead, and then 2018.
You know, as I said with the Freddy's remake, they actually tried to do something a little different, and they tried to. That's the one thing I really hate about. Not hate, I didn't like, because they actually had the opportunity to do something totally different and actually make Freddy innocent, but they decided not to go there. Yeah. But the attempt was there.
You know me, Knight. I'm just happy Freddy was evil again. I was happy he was scary again. Jackie Earle Haley, I've said it before, he didn't have a chance because he was getting crapped on once it was announced.
Yeah.
So that mountain of his was already like, this high for him to climb.
And that's not fair to him. You know, we all knew he wasn't going to do the punning Freddy. He was going to put his own spin on the Freddy. And I like what he did with Freddy.
I gave him a chance. I was highly anticipating that one. You know? I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome, man. Like a real dark Nightmare on Elm Street. Right. Let's do this, man.
And you see Strange Monkey says, you're telling me Freddy as a bus driver wasn't good enough? Joel says Jackie Earle Haley was great in the remake. Yeah, he was. He really, really was. But bringing it back to Halloween Kills, guys, for another minute. Okay, so we've seen the trailer. Obviously, we saw the 2018 movie. What happens in this movie? Who's gonna survive this movie? Who's gonna die in this movie? Do you guys have any theories?
I don't think Laurie makes it out.
So Laurie's gonna die in this movie.
This is Laurie's official passing the torch to the next characters. Because what's the point of her killing Michael yet again in Halloween Ends? I think she's going to die here, pass the torch to whoever. We don't know who's going to survive, and then that person will have a final face-to-face confrontation with Michael. And again, I could be totally wrong. I would love to see Tommy Doyle make it to Halloween Ends, just because they're at least making Anthony Michael Hall look awesome in like the 2 seconds we've seen him. Right. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm really predicting, because we know Michael makes it. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, we know that. But I'm just predicting Laurie's gonna fall.
Okay. Coriander, what about you? What do you think? Who's gonna die in this? Who's not gonna die?
Oh God, I don't even want to take a guess, honestly.
Do you think? All right, let me put it to you this way. Do you think that Laurie is gonna die in this movie, or will she survive to go to the Halloween Ends?
I'm hoping she makes it to the end, man.
Okay. All right. What about you, Monty?
It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to play this, because obviously, out of the 3 strobe women, you would think that it would make sense story-wise to finally have Laurie die in this film and have her daughter and her granddaughter carry on, or they might decide to either kill her and her daughter, and then the granddaughter is left on with the legacy of the strobe women. But obviously, it's someone's going to have to die in this particular feature, because I'm pretty sure that Danny McBride and his writing partner will come up with something that will at least get the fans upset or excited, because they have to be able to do something to leave a cliffhanger to let everyone get ready to anticipate what's going to happen for Halloween Ends.
Yeah, it's gonna end bad somehow. Be it like Empire Strikes Back or like Infinity War. You're gonna get punched in the gut, I think, by the end of this movie.
I was just gonna say that David Gordon Green said that this is his Empire Strikes Back. So he said this is his version of that. So all bets are off.
Well, you should have said that in the beginning. That probably would have made the answer a little bit easier.
But that doesn't mean that Laurie's gonna die.
Wait, so Michael Myers is gonna cut off Laurie's hand, and it's gonna be revealed that he's her father?
And then she's got a robot hand in part 3.
Nice.
Laurie, I am your father.
Joel
my
said,
God.
I got unsubbed from your channel. Oh man, that
No.
sucks. Well,
Yeah,
definitely resub.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
YouTube does that all the time, man.
I know.
It
Yeah.
does. It really does. But good to see you again, man. We appreciate you back. And Death Central, he was saying that YouTube didn't show that we're live. Well, that sucks.
Hmm.
Man.
I got the notification on my phone when you went live. It was like
All
a
right.
little. It was a little delayed by like a couple minutes, but
It's supposed to be a 7-second delay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
well,
a 7-second delay because I normally get before when I'm doing my live streams or when I see your guys live stream it. No, normally I get the notifications, but I know it's supposed to be some type of 7-second delay.
yeah.
That's
All
so
right.
we can like edit if we curse or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
all right, I'll just mute my mic for most of this stream then, okay? Just to be on the safe side.
Right. But so Ben, what do you think Lori's gonna die?
I think Lori will. I think the Lori's daughter is going to die.
Okay, all right. That's interesting.
And I think she's going to die in such a way that we like really want to see some kind of comeuppance for Michael. She'll die in like a heartbreaking way, like saving her daughter or something.
Yeah.
But I do think that Lori. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'd just like to see Lori make it to the third one. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm telling you, man. There's a big part of me that's thinking that she's gonna make it to the third one. Something just tells me that she is. And maybe. Well, go ahead, Ben. What are you gonna say?
I was just going to say, yep. I mean, because like they recorded them, or they shot them sort of like
back to back.
So I mean, there's no strong reason as far as like, oh well, she doesn't want to do the next one. She, I mean, it was all just basically like one big ass film.
Yeah. Well, something tells me, I kind of agree with what you were saying, Ben. I think something big's going to happen at the end of this movie to get you like so riled up. And I do think that Karen, the daughter, might be the one to go. And then that totally, like, you're just so ready for Lori to get that revenge or whatever. Now, I'm not saying she's going to survive Ends. But I think she's gonna make it to Halloween Ends, because I think story-wise, if they're doing this the way that it looks like they're trying to do it, and they're just ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping it up, that'd be the best way to do it. Because if you kill Lori now, then that's a gut punch to so much of the fandom, that Laurie Strode is finally dead, unless if they're able to make a really strong handoff from Lori to her daughter or to her granddaughter in this movie. And I just don't know if that's how the game plan would be,
What if they... Oh, go ahead, bud.
I was going to say, how amazing would it be if they killed off all three of the Strode women, and then Anthony Michael Hall makes like he becomes the main hero for the
Tommy Doyle.
That would suck, honestly.
I was just saying, what if
getting the love here tonight?
What if all the Strode women are injured, and then boom, it goes to the credits, and you don't know what happens until next year.
That would kind of piss me off.
You mean like they're all critically injured, or at least two of that could be a way to do it.
Or that scene with the granddaughter, we don't know if she's stabbed, and that's the last thing we see, and then boom, directed by David Gordon Green.
Yeah, that's true.
That would feel very unsatisfying, especially after this big long delay.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to be setting up for this big showdown in the third one, that will include Lori, and something's got to happen like that, because I think they're going to keep ramping it up. But do you guys think that he's going to make it to the Myers house? Because they mentioned that in the trailer about the path that he's taking and stuff. Do you guys think that he's gonna make it there? Is that where he's going?
I think there's probably they're going to end it in the Myers house.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lindsay Wallace is watching TV on the couch.
As usual, same old thing.
Yeah, because I guess she's back. They got the same actress to be back for her, so we'll see.
Yeah. No, they do. They have her back, and supposedly she actually got injured on set. She had like a broken nose or something like that. What's her name? She's on the. Hold on. She's one of the Real Housewives, I think. Yes. Yep. But Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think he's going to get to the house as well, though. I really do. Joel says, I think Lori will be recuperating in the hospital and her involvement will be minimal. They could go that way too.
They could go that way.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
they
did
could.
sort of show her walking with purpose, holding a bloody knife though through the hospital. So
Yeah, that's true too, man. Who knows, man? But I'm just really excited for this movie to come out. It had the delay, so I was when I first heard about the delay, I was like, damn it, but you know what I mean? I mean, I was like really like shit, man, because it was like at that point it was just sinking in about all these movies having to make a change because of the pandemic and all, and this was one of the toughest ones. I was like, I was waiting so badly for this. Strange Monkey says, we all know Ben Tramer is going to save the day.
That's how it ends. That's how it ends. They take the mask off and it's Ben Tramer.
Yeah. He's the one who gets killed.
Yeah. He's after Lori because she never went out on him on that date back in 1978. That's what it is.
Yes, absolutely.
I think he's going to pull like a crashed up cropsy on everyone.
Yeah.
My sister was in assault.
No, that was her, wasn't it? She was the little girl in Assault from Precinct 13.
Yeah,
if I remember correct. Yeah, she was. She was the little girl that got shot. Spoilers. Spoilers. That was a great movie too, by the way.
I just watched that for the first time a few weeks ago. Are you impressed?
Me too.
Seriously?
Wow.
Hey,
it's been a while since I've seen that one, but yeah.
Well, Ben, we're gonna be doing that soon. So, dude, if you want to hop on, and we can do it because I've been waiting to talk about that one. That's a great movie.
That's such a good movie.
Yes. Oh my God. Death Central saying I would hate that. Meaning of Ben Tramer proposing at the end. That'd be hilarious.
It like ends and Ben Tramer sits up in bed and it was all one of like a dream of his.
Yep.
No.
That's how the third one ends. That's how Halloween ends. It's all a dream.
Yeah,
Bad wet dream.
That'd be the worst thing ever, man.
Yeah, and he's ejaculated.
Oh my God.
Did you say wet dream?
Yes,
I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, they do like a big dolly shot, and you see like the sheet just has a big wet spot around his crotch.
Oh man. All right. The last thing I want to ask you guys though, in this trailer, were there any surprises to you guys? Anything that you were like, wow, I can't believe that, or anything that really caught your attention?
Not really.
Okay.
No, not for me, really.
No. All right.
I thought for me the sort of the way they're setting up that mob scene was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for, well, obviously, the Halloween 3 reference got me going, but I want to see if Haddonfield is going to try some like mob justice on Michael they're on their way to the Myers house at the same time he is.
Yeah.
They might Nightmare on Elm Street his ass, man. Burn him alive. Might take this time.
Don't come on.
Yeah, the end is just a big dream demon like floating towards the scooter.
The dream demon worms. Oh my God! If Killing was here, he'd have a
Don't ruin it.
The worms. All right.
The worms.
It only makes sense. Freddy's had worms. Jason's had worms. Michael might as well get worms in this one, right?
No. That's where they're gonna keep Michael clean. They're gonna be like, no fucking worms for you.
He gets the worms in Halloween Ends, right? That's how it ends. He gets blown up, and you see Michael Myers' worms flying away. And then Knight's just sitting there in the theater. I fucking knew it.
I knew it. God damn it! They had to give him worms.
All right. Well, anyways, that was cool, guys. That was enjoyable because, like I said, I was really hyped up for this trailer, and I definitely, love hearing thoughts about it, and I haven't had a chance to really talk with a lot of people about it. But how about this? Well, real quick, let me just. Joel says Richard's character death got spoiled for me by the trailer. Okay, all right. Well, there's a lot of with trailers. Sometimes you get some things spoiled, and then some things.
And I'll say this: look back to when Infinity War came out. There was a lot of shit in those trailers that were made specifically for the trailers to throw you off. So just always keep that in mind when you watch the trailer.
That's true. That's very true.
Wait, which character was he talking about?
Richard.
Richard.
Yeah. Which one was that?
Wasn't that the husband in the first one?
He died in the first one.
Yeah, he died in the first one. Yeah.
Maybe Richard, the boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't actually even show him die in this one.
Yeah, you didn't show him kill. You just saw
him in peril.
Yeah.
Same way they showed his girlfriend in peril. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you never know what's going to happen, man. Yeah. Slasher Fred says Halloween 4 does have a mob. Yes, they did do that.
That's my favorite one.
That's your favorite Halloween movie?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right. Yeah, now we got it. Cool. Joel said spell check error. I meant the victim wearing the Halloween 3 mask. Oh, okay. All right. That's a big difference, man, in a message. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Wait,
absolutely.
It's spell check that into Richard? Damn. Your autocorrect's a dick.
Right?
I would disable that.
Yeah, we don't want to use that anymore. All right, so real quick, so this is the third episode we get a chance to get together and hang out. So I thought it'd be kind of an interesting thing. In horror, obviously, third movies, they can go either way. You know, they can do pretty well. They can really suck. Every once in a while, they can be really, really good. So I figured to have you guys giving me at least either a favorite part 3 in horror or a least favorite part 3. And, you know, we'll see what we get. So some of you guys let me know what you thought about it. Do you want to go first, Eric? I always pick Eric first, but is he?
You just like putting me on the spot. That's what it is.
Well, it's also because you always like, I'll ask a question. You'd be like, okay, this, and that. I'm like, damn, all right. You didn't even have to think about it.
Are we doing a favorite or least favorites?
Do your favorite first.
Okay. Well, I did tell you I wanted to give a special mention, and
yes, you did.
Hear me out, because the original is so good. I don't know anybody, like at least in the Night Watch Zone community, that doesn't like the original Lost Boys.
Yes.
I am a big fan of the third one, The Thirst. And hear me out why. Not because it's a air quotes good movie. You know me, Knight. I'm looking for the fun factor in my movie watching. Corey Feldman, bless his heart, he phoned it in part 2. He has a lot of fun. He's back to doing his Rambo character, you know.
Yes.
It is really good seeing him and Jameson Newlander back together again. They still have that chemistry.
Yes.
The gore for basically a no budget straight to video movie was very decent. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the other characters were very likable. There's a man he goes to where he gets all of his equipment from, and the vampires attack them. The action in that is a lot of fun. There's a nice little tribute to Corey Haim's character. He finally gets his comic book placed at his gravesite that he was looking for. To me, it's a lot of fun, especially after watching what happened in part 2, which was just not a lot of fun at all. So I just think it should have been mentioned, at least for people that were like, I don't want to see any of that straight to home video crap.
Right.
Skip the second one. Just go into the third one with an open mind. You might have a lot of fun.
Yeah, all right.
That's all I'll say about that one.
I have not seen the second one or the third Lost Boys yet.
Oh, all right. Nice.
I had not seen those two. I might finally get a chance.
I haven't either. Yeah.
See, Strange Monkey's on my side.
Yeah. Strange Monkey says Lost Boys 3 rocks.
See?
Nice. Hey, you never know.
That's right.
Death Central said Hellraiser Part 3 is my favorite in the franchise, and as we all know, that was the last good Hellraiser movie. We all know that.
Was it though? Was it really?
I like
I like 5. They went off the rails. Don't get me going.
I know, but they kind of went off the rails at part 3, I think.
Yeah,
but it was still enjoyable.
3 was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Death Central. I did not watch those Lost Boys movies. Vampires sucks literally for me.
Oh, vampires are cool.
I hear you. Joel says Lost Boys deserved a true sequel, not straight to DVD. Yeah, man. How the mighty had fallen in a way, It's like
But they also waited too long,
they did.
Don't be surprised that they will remake it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
There's no doubt about that. They'll do it. They'll do
yeah.
it. All right. Well, Coriander, how about you? What would you say is your favorite part 3?
Well, I picked Friday the 13th part 3 because what else would I pick but a Jason?
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And I thought Chris was like a great final girl. I enjoyed all the cast. I liked how it followed after part 2. It just flowed so well. And of course, Shelley brings that beautiful hockey mask, and that's the first time we see Jason strap it on for the first time. So yeah, it's my favorite.
It wasn't a bad one. What do you guys think of Friday 3?
It's good.
That theme music.
The theme music. I love the interest in the theme music. As a matter of fact, I have it on my playlist.
Nice.
Not a fan of Cindy. Don't think she's a good enough final girl. I mean, she's okay, but to me, she's not a final girl. But yeah, I did love. I love the kills.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback on Coriander because that's also my favorite third, and it's my favorite in the franchise.
Nice. All right.
Because I think that movie for me, I love Richard Brooker as Jason. He's my favorite Jason. And part 3 is the best combination of very menacing, scary Jason and just ridiculous gratuitous 3D shots that make me smile every time.
Right.
And it just works, man. I think, and there's some weird stuff that happens that's unexplained that makes me go wait, what? When Jason sexually assaults Chris in the forest and then just lets her down or something. We don't really know what happened. It's just a weird flashback.
Yeah, that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But interesting, makes you think.
Right. Things that make you go,
Exactly.
Looks like Joel agrees with you, Coriander, and you, Ben. Part 3 for me too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Part 3 was definitely one that I watched a lot back in the day, for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the 3D did not transfer well on the VHS.
Right. Oh my God, man, that is true, man.
Now I have not watched the actual 3D on the new box set because I don't have a 3D television, but I did watch it on the old tin Blu-ray set with the red and blues.
Yep.
And I thought it was really fun experience, man. It was totally
I agree.
in a really different way, and it felt super nostalgic because I remember watching weird shit like that when I was a kid with those glasses.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Those good old paper glass 3D glasses.
Yeah, I love those glasses.
Yeah, man. And and again, this is back in 80, 82, 83, whatever. And they really put a lot of care into setting up those 3D shots. They had the specialized camera. That was one of the most expensive things about the whole production is that camera. And they would do shots over and over and over just to get them right, to make it look as much, as it's supposed to be in the shot. So yeah, they were really aiming for that one for sure.
And there was actually one shot, of all the gratuitous 3D shots, the overhead popcorn popping and the under, the worm's eye view of the yo-yo and shit.
Yes.
The first death where he kills the couple that own that supermarket.
Yes.
And he shoves a knitting needle, crocheting needle or some shit through her. That never really registered with me until I saw it in 3D and saw the thing because I don't know, that it really popped for me when I watched it. And I was like, I just never really thought about that. So I got something out of it when I watched it that way.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What about you, Monty? What do you think? What would be a part 3 for you, whether it's a favorite or a least favorite?
My favorite part 3 is the true sequel to The Exorcist, and that's The Exorcist 3.
Excellent choice.
Oh man, that you know what? I agree with you, man, because that was my choice too.
Nice.
Because you could just see that they really worked on it, and the fact that they realized how bad that The Exorcist 2 was, and this was the true sequel. I mean, Brad Dourif was just
well, not according to Knight. He enjoyed Exorcist 2.
Look, all I can say is that it wasn't. Listen, all I can say is this: is that I know it's not a good movie, so I can at least admit that. But for whatever reason, it's not a movie that totally pisses me off to the point where I never watch it. So yeah, Brad
Dourif, he's such a
he was fantastic.
He was fantastic.
He was. He really was.
And obviously it has one of the best jump scares.
Yes, that was a good jump scare too.
Those damn shears. Oh,
like and the way it was shot, the timing of it was so weird because I can't even describe it. It doesn't do any justice, but the timing of it didn't make any sense for it to happen, and that's part of also what was so scary about it in that moment. It was a great jump scene. Death Central says still got to watch that one. Yeah, man.
You gotta check that out.
Exorcist 3 was great, man. It really, really was. And
Brad Dourif is truly scary in that movie.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
He really is, man. And George C. Scott, too, man. He was amazing.
This is a hilarious
was
picture.
that from Arachnophobia?
What'd you say?
It's the baby from Train Spotting.
Exactly.
Oh man!
But it is a great movie, though, man.
Yeah,
that scene cracked me up.
Yes, I know. I was like, because George C. Scott is playing it so serious, right?
Yeah, he's busy just standing right there. And you got the old woman doing her Spider-Man on the wall.
Oh man, Strange Monkey's like, preach, Monty. I've never seen Exorcist 2 and I never will.
No, you don't want to see that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Joel too. I can't sit through it. Central
I tried to, man.
I also overlooked the Psycho sequels. I have a lot of sweet shit to catch up on. Yeah, man. The Psycho sequels were good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought so.
Especially part 2, man.
Part 2 is great.
Part 2 is good. Part 3 is and don't even watch Psycho 4.
But part 2,
wow.
man.
I like Psycho 4.
I didn't mind any of those.
I
did too.
Yeah. I thought,
you never saw Psycho 4 or Coriander?
No, I have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought it was
I'm sorry
good.
to disappoint, but yeah.
Like, yes.
Well, here's the thing. I have not seen Psycho 4. I've only seen up to Psycho 3, so now I'm curious if I should never watch it based on
you should watch it.
I should watch
It's not a bad horror film, but to me it was one of those, why do we need a Psycho 4? It's one of those movies.
In it.
Huh?
We're not going to tell you if there's worms in it. You have to watch and find out.
It wasn't worms in it. But no, seriously though, I think it's worth a watch. I mean, when we reviewed the whole franchise, and I rewatched it, I was just like, you know what? I had forgotten that this wasn't that bad. I mean, it's not the best of the 4. It's easily the worst of the 4, and I think everyone could agree on that. But it's not a bad movie.
I think I like 4 better than 3. But that's just me. I just thought when Jeff Fahey wasn't on screen, it was 3 kind of dragged for me.
Yeah.
And Olivia Hussey was, I thought, damn good in 4, and she's the main reason to watch that.
She was so good as Norma. Oh my god, you got to see it, Ben. You really do.
That's the only reason to see it because
I think it's free on Tubi or what?
I thought Henry Thomas was pretty good. Henry Thomas was pretty good as Norman, I thought.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job. I think.
Yeah,
so.
he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wasn't Psycho 4 on Tubi, Coriander, or either Roku
like that,
or Tubi or something like that? Yeah, it's streamable. You know, but it wasn't bad.
I'm pretty sure you can find it on some streaming service.
Everything's on Tubi. You can find it.
Yeah,
right.
I do intend to pick up like a deluxe Psycho set at some point, so it will have part 4 in it.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you see that one that Phil has?
Yeah.
Ghost Creepy. Oh my God.
That's probably the one I'm going to end up picking up. Yeah.
Dude, man, you gotta let me know how that goes for you, man, because that looks so sweet. That is such a cool box set of the Psycho movies. It really, really is.
Yeah.
But Death Central says the remake is like the 5th movie in the franchise. Yeah, it is. That is the 5th movie, and we don't talk about that one.
No. No.
We don't talk about Fight Club or the Psycho remake, right?
That's right. That's right. But Psycho,
Fight Club. Don't talk about that fucking Psycho remake. Yeah.
But Psycho 2 though, Psycho 2, just to throw this out, Psycho 2 was so good, man.
Yes.
Anthony Perkins, holy shit, man. That was
those
his
bitches
moment.
pissed me off, man, in that movie.
Right? Slasher Fred says RoboCop 3. Is that for your best or worst? We got to find out. Because I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen RoboCop 3.
You can wait a little longer to revisit it. Trust me.
Yeah, that is true.
No,
that is true. Yeah. There's nothing really interesting in RoboCop.
I'll say this: it's like The Exorcist 2 for Night. You know, he doesn't hate it, but it doesn't make him mad and never want to watch it again. So.
You guys. Oh man, we got Waffles. Waffles is in the chat, man. Have you guys seen the Arrow Video flash sale? 50% off. Wow, man, 50% off. That is crazy.
right?
Don't even get me started,
Yeah.
man. Jeez. All right, cool. So Coriander, what about your worst? What would be your worst?
Oh, jeez. Did you start with me? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So,
I'm just trying to switch it up a little bit. That's all.
All right. Okay. So I chose Scream 3.
She is correct.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, this movie, it had a poor script. I mean, it was the overly comic tone to it was kind of a bummer. I didn't really care for the supporting cast. I mean, yeah, what can I say? I mean, I like Jane Silent Bob, but you know, they had a cameo in this, and it's like
they had a cameo as Jay and Silent Bob in a Scream movie. Don't get me started. I hate this movie. Hate it.
Wow.
Is that what you picked too?
No, it's not. I was hoping someone else did, so I wouldn't have to talk about it as much.
Just to let you guys know, if you want to hear one of the best rants I ever heard of, one of my horror hangouts live stream, Jen's older son Christian. Oh man, if you want to hear a good rant about his dislike of the Scream franchise.
Oh wow, really? That's funny.
He would just have you laughing up about how much he can't stand Scream.
Nice.
One
of these days I'll have to ask him. That's funny. That's hilarious. Joel says Coriander is on fire. Yeah, man.
She's on fire.
Yeah. Slasher Fred saying that 3 was originally supposed to be the final movie. Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't, because to end on that. Ugh.
Yes, they redeemed themselves.
Yeah, Wes came back strong with the 4th one.
Well, when you're following part 3, it's not like you need to do much to redeem yourself.
Even if there wasn't a part 3, I think the 4th one was on par with at least 2. I put it a little bit below 1, but it was definitely on par with 2. You know, so hopefully they'll get this 5th one right. I don't know. I'm a little back and forth on what Scream 5 will be, but
I like the guys that are working on it, man. Those guys are pretty good.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did. You're Next.
And
now. So there's hope.
Yeah, there is hope.
Yeah.
If it's anything like You're Next or Ready or Not, then it'll work out good.
Is it still just being called Scream, or did they finally change it to Scream 5?
Right now, I haven't heard anything other than it's just Scream. It's just Scream, and it's supposed to be Scream 5, but no other title or nothing else is going to be made other than it's just the 5th film in the franchise. That's it.
Interesting.
Well, I'll say this: if those guys are behind it, I really liked You're Next, and I think it was just like a couple months ago I finally saw Ready or Not, and I fucking loved that movie.
Oh yeah, Ready
I loved that
good
movie.
for you, buddy. Nice.
So
yeah, Good for you. All right. Okay, so Eric, I mean, you've been holding this as a surprise for me.
Well,
You kept saying I'm gonna hold this for a surprise.
Well,
So I can't
first
wait.
off, let's say Lost Boys 3. I don't want to have my favorite be that one. I initially tell you that my favorite third, and I'm not going to go the easy route with Halloween 3 or anything like that. My favorite in third was I picked Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, because it's my favorite look of Leatherface. I love this family, not just because I love the first and second one, but they're just crazy to me. I love when they're crazy and when they're very low key. Viggo Mortensen as call me Tex. He's so much fun in this.
He is.
And Ken Foree is amazing. Anything with Ken gets bonus points for me. So I wanted to at least make sure that got mentioned. And like I said, that's my favorite look of Leatherface right there. Like I love how he's got the leg brace because of part 1. Even though we don't know who the fuck this family is that he's living with. But it also had, part 1 was so serious. Part 2, there's Caroline Williams back, part 2 was so goofy and batshit. This I thought was like the perfect mixture of horror and comedy. Like when he's playing a speaking spell and he sees the clown, he's typing food. That's funny. Come on, how could you not laugh at that?
Yeah,
like when Ken Foree is fighting Viggo and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" He's like, "We're hungry."
Yeah. No, it was a good one.
The best teaser trailer I've ever seen for a film as well.
Oh, the Lady in the Lake one, yeah.
Oh man, I was this close to like putting that in here to play because when I first saw that, I just could not believe that. I was like, "Holy shit!" Because I love the Arthurian legends and all that type of stuff. And
that's when I saw the lake. When I saw the trailer, like they're going there, they're doing King Arthur.
Leatherface riding on a horse.
Oh my god!
In a suit of armor, when they made out of covered in flesh.
I said, I definitely got to give the people who created this credit because that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was. Even the music. The music starts off and it's so like dun, dun, slow and all that, and it's like, what the hell's going on? And then dun, 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 and then the song comes up and it flips in the sky and you're like, whoa,
big zoom.
Catches it.
So with me, it's the fun factor, and I just have so much fun watching that movie.
It is fun. I agree. It's gotten better over time for me too, because when I first saw it as a kid, I just thought, it was all right. But when I rewatched it, especially when we did an episode on it, and I was like, man, I don't understand why there are people that don't like this movie because it kind of had a little bit of hate to it. And I was like, this is actually a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie to me,
Right?
So
I saw it more than once in the theater. I went
back.
I liked
awesome.
it. I was all about it. I thought it was rad.
Nice. That is awesome. And Death Central loved that pick, Eric.
I wanted to make sure I said it before I say my least favorite because I wanted to pick a franchise, and I don't want to shit on anyone's parade because we've had some favorites already picked. I picked Friday the 13th Part 3. I'm not a big fan of Friday the 13th Part 3.
Get him, Cory. Get him.
All right, I'm leaving. I'll see you guys next month.
Because I know a lot of people love it because he gets his mask.
Yes.
Okay, big deal. He gets his mask. Now I understand it's iconic, but that's not a reason why. That's not a reason why I'm going to love the movie just because he gets a mask.
Yeah.
Killian's not here to yell at me. I like Sackboy. Okay. But now, as I got older, I grew to tolerate the 3D gimmick more. But I don't like me, I don't like characters we have to follow. I don't like a single character in this movie. Chris is okay. Chris is okay as a final girl.
But
Shelley,
you don't like Shelley?
I understand Shelley's supposed to be annoying. that doesn't mean I have to like him. I don't care that he's lovable and chubby and he's got an afro. No, that's why a lot of people like him.
No one likes Kelly.
I don't like the hippie. I don't like the hippie's wife or girlfriend. You know what? I like the biker. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I do like Fox and the other two bikers. I like them. They're fine. But it's just okay. You know, in a franchise with 10 originals, a crossover, and a remake, it's probably at the bottom.
No.
Yes.
Eric.
Oh, come
Yes.
on.
I'll send you. Me and Frenzy did a ranking of of the franchise, and 3 is at the bottom for me.
It's worse than 8.
Wow.
Yes, I have fun with 8.
You do have fun with 8.
I have fun with 8.
When we did our episode on 8, and you were talking about your viewpoints of it, I could agree with a lot of it. And 8 does have fun moments.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like this movie, but if we have to pick a part 3, I'm going with this. And it's
Coriander's gonna cry.
Yeah, there's so much fun factor with it, though, man. It's a fun factor-filled movie.
It's Richard Brooker is fine. I still don't. He's not near my favorite Jason. He's fine. Like everything, Chris, she's fine. Fox and Ali, they're fine.
She's fucking better than Megan.
No,
not
at all.
No. Oh, yes, she is. She puts up way more of a fucking fight than that bitch.
She might have did more than Megan, but no, I didn't. I thought Megan was cooler. So she couldn't drive a car like Megan.
Oh please! Oh please! Anybody could drive a car like that, just as good. I could. Christ.
So I knew when you guys were saying you liked part 3. I'm like, oh shit. Here we go.
You're gonna be the one. That's why I love having you on, man, because you're always ready to go out on a limb. I can respect that, though. Well, hey, look, Cory says, I just woke up. My bad, y'all. Oh, man. I hear you, man. Sometimes I have to take those naps, too, man. What?
Right there, just okay.
Just okay. I literally agreed with Eric until he said 8 isn't any way good at all.
Hold on. That's still a small victory, and I'll take it.
Somebody's got to love 8.
Oh, man.
Waffle says, I love Friday the 13th 3. Yeah, you do.
Because it's awesome.
Right?
It's awesome. It's amazing.
The Straight Monkey says, shots fired.
It's okay. It's okay. Like,
get him, Coriander.
That's all right. It's fine. It's fine. I know.
I only had my damn paddle.
Well, it's been nice being one of the deadly venoms. I'll see myself out.
Hey, if only Patrick was here, Patrick probably would have already made that as a joke, saying, "Oh, we're going back down to 5." Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. We got Cheers to Fear saying, "Sad I didn't get to watch just from the beginning, but I'll be watching this from the beginning." Nice. We appreciate it, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh man, that was good though, Eric. Man, you always.
And now you know why I wanted to keep it a secret. I knew some people would be happy. I just didn't realize
you knew that I liked it till the grave. Let me tell you.
And I was thinking, I'm like, okay, someone's gonna pick Dream Warriors or something. Like, no, they are. 2 people had to pick Friday the 13th. I'm like, fuck. All right, might as well.
This is your moment, buddy.
I mean, I could have said Ginger Dead Man 3, but I already said I liked that one. So.
Oh shit.
We got the Forgotten World of Movies in the chat too, saying I always enjoyed part 6 from Friday the 13th.
That's a fun one.
Part 3 times too.
Right there, you go. That's exactly what I thought too. Nice. All right, that was funny, man. You had my stomach hurting a little bit. That was good. All right. What about you, Monty? What do you got for a part 3 that you don't like?
Scream 3.
Wow, that was quick.
Nice.
He just threw it out there like, yeah.
And it was like this for me. One of the problems I think because it wasn't written by Kevin Williams, it was written by another person. Yeah. And to me, it sort of Scream 3 sort of felt like the franchise was dying out. It was like you didn't know what.
Courtney Cox had that horrible hairdo. I don't know what was going on with that.
Those bangs, man.
She's a beautiful woman, but that hairdo was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, it seemed like they were running out of ideas. I don't know. It's because the script was bad, and next thing you know, you got this half brother, and he was the reason that caused Stu and whatchamacallit the killed Sydney's mother in the beginning, and it's like, I mean, there was some good parts to it, but still, it's like I just felt the series was on dead legs, but 4 saved it.
And it's just like I just said, characters. If I'm following these people for 90 minutes, I gotta at least like the ones that I'm stuck with for like 75 of those minutes. I hate Parker Posey in this movie.
Oh yeah, she was annoying.
Again, the Jay and Silent Bob stuff is dumb, but whatever. It's 2 seconds. Who cares? It's still stupid. And then Deputy Dewey is one of the worst characters, in my opinion, in any horror movie franchise, and that includes Evil Ed in Fright Night. That includes Franklin in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I would rather watch those guys than Dewey. Probably because we got to see him 4 times, and the fucker lives every 4 times just by luck.
Yeah,
come on,
always luck.
So
I know why you don't like him, because he actually won the WCW heavyweight title. That's why you don't like him.
We won't go there, okay? That's a dark period in my life, Monty, and I don't want to relive it. Although his documentary, You Can't Kill David Arquette, I will highly, highly recommend that one.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I hear you.
Nice. But you're right about that one. You don't like none of the characters have any redeeming qualities. You don't like any of them at all.
Even that Carrie Fisher's wasted. Not wasted like Carrie Fisher usually is, but she's wasted in that cameo. Lance Henriksen is wasted in his cameo. It's just like you failed on every attempt to be good.
Sure did.
Yep. Strange Monkey said, "Whoever did Courtney's hair needs to be arrested." Nice.
Did you ever see that meme? There's this meme going around about, someone says, is there anything worse than Courtney Cox's hair in Scream 3? And it shows a picture of Courtney just saying, like, "What the fuck?" or something like
that. Oh, too funny. Oh man, yeah, I agree with you, man. I can't disagree at all. All right, so what else we got? Ben, do you have a least favorite one?
Oh, I got a few different leasts.
All right.
I think if I had to choose just one, probably Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh.
I thought that was pretty much unwatchable, and I liked the first movie a lot. The second one was pretty good. Yeah,
it was okay. It was okay.
But the third one,
which one was the third again? Was that the one with the bus and the football players?
No, that's the second one.
Yeah, Part 3 is the one that's unwatchable.
Yeah, I have not watched the third one, mainly because I don't support anything that he whatever his name is does.
Yes, I hear you.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
The fourth one is done being shot, and that has no involvement with him. So
that's what I heard.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Yeah,
that I'll watch.
Slasher Fred said Creepshow 3. Oh man,
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that yet.
Creepshow 3 yet.
Yeah. Oh man,
I saw that one, but I have suppressed that memory. I'll be therapy to get that one to the surface again.
Oh man, too funny. All right, well look, man, the one that I picked, I could have gone with a couple different ones, and I had to think about it and figure out which one I was going to go with, but I figured I'll just go with this one. This is the one I'm going to go with. And Eric, I know you're probably not going to be disappointed in this at all, but I'm going to go with Leprechaun 3.
Oh Jesus!
That's what I'm going with.
That's only because you never made it past Leprechaun 3. There's much worse.
Look, man, you already know. You look at this. Look at this. And I love Warwick Davis too.
All right, here we go.
That's what I'm saying, man. What?
No, I'm just saying. I trash Friday the 13th 3. Coriander gets pissed off. You just mentioned Leprechaun, and you start going. That's all it takes. We all have our triggers, man. You know.
Man. I mean, seriously, this movie was just Jesus. All right.
I will say this though, there are worse in that one than in that franchise.
And you're right.
I mean, I haven't seen past the first one in that franchise, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
You mean all the others besides the first one?
Yeah.
Besides the first one. Oh shoot, man. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Oh Lord. Hey, there's Cory. What's up, man?
What's up?
Good morning, sunshine.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Good morning, sunshine. Wakey, eggs and bakey.
How you gonna hit me with the? I'm over here I'm messaging you in the back room, and he's like, "You got the link?" I'm like, "I'm literally in the back room." He sends the link again. I'm like, "You shouldn't be messaging me if I wasn't in the back room." Let me. Like, are you trolling? I'm like, okay. But yeah, my bad, guys. I got back from work and I was so tired. I set an alarm and everything, but I literally woke up at 9 o'clock on the dot. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something here. And so I scrambled because I knew Grande was live, and I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be on a show right now.
Which one is it?
I've got you both pulled up now, so it's my bad, y'all.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, you are forgiven. I like that. Death Central says, I love this franchise. Guilty pleasure, I guess. Talking about Leprechaun. All right. Hey, man. Everyone's got their thing, man. Everyone's got their thing.
Yep.
But Cory, what do you have a least favorite part 3 that comes to mind?
You guys both said it like,
oh shit. What?
No, Friday the 13th 3.
Honestly, well, I mean, Friday 13th is like, it's kind of my least favorite just because like it's in the Friday the 13th franchise, and when I watched the franchise, I was like, yo, I used to love 3D, but I love 3D more for nostalgia.
Yeah.
When I watched just like part 3, it's like it's not that good. It's not that good.
But it's not that bad either.
It's not that bad either.
And I said that.
Exactly. Like a bad like, it's not a bad movie.
When you
I said I didn't hate it.
When you're watching the franchise, though, it's like 3 is like one of the weaker ones. And it sucks. It's weird because it's like it's kind of important, but it brings nothing to the franchise at all.
Coriander is going to go off again.
No, let me.
Not on me this time. I'm okay with that. Go ahead.
Here's a good question, though. Let me throw this at you, though. But as far as because obviously we went through the whole franchise, so we actually had a chance to rewatch them all too. And do you think the way that Jason was portrayed, do you think he was portrayed worse in 3 versus Freddy versus Jason?
Portrayed where, I mean, he doesn't really. Here's the thing with Jason, like I've never cared about how he was portrayed all that much. He doesn't speak. Okay. He wears a mask. As long as he's a big dude that's moving around and being menacing, I don't have an issue with him all that much. It's more so like the characters. I'm not a big fan of the characters. I'm not a big fan of I don't know. Why do I hate Friday 13th 3D? Why do I not like it that much?
Exactly, man.
No, don't be changing. No, you're on my side. Don't be changing. No,
I need to run back Eric's portion so I know why I don't like it. No, but the one that I don't like, I'm sorry, but it's Scream 3. I hate that movie. That's a terrible movie, and it was so bad that I directly believe like it's responsible for why Scream 4 didn't like make as much as at the box office. People hated Scream 3 much that they didn't go and see Scream 4.
I agree.
It's fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because a lot of people says, well, what else can they make fun of?
It's true. It's like, wow, it's like every movie in a horror franchise has that one movie where it's like, oh, so I guess we don't care about this franchise anymore. And Scream 3 was that movie that made people like really disinterested, even though it has like a cult following. And I had a guy last night literally comment on my review of Scream 3 saying, you're talking a lot of BS, period.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know if you're serious or not.
Nice.
Some people love that movie and hate it when you say it's the worst. Some people say it's their favorite, and I don't know, man. That's
really bad. There are people that think that 3 is better than 1.
They think it's better than all of them. It's their favorite. They think it's better, and they think that we just don't get it. And I don't.
Again,
they just
who am I to judge? You guys know my favorites in different franchises, so you know what?
Yeah, I mean,
like Coriander says, keep that torch high, raise it.
be proud.
Preach
be
on.
proud.
That's right. You like what you like.
I was disinterested from Scream 3 that I never saw Scream 4 to this day. Still haven't seen it.
That is, it's crazy. And the numbers reflect that. Like, Scream 3 was pretty damn successful, like up there with all the others, almost 179.
Yeah, because it made money.
Yeah. And Scream 4 is like, I mean, it made money back. It had a $40 million budget. I think it was like 90, just under 100 mil. It's not as much as the other ones.
I think Scream 3 made so much money is because they promoted it as the end of the trilogy. So people wanted to see how it ended, and then they're like, "What? This is how it ends? Okay, well, great."
That trilogy,
and it doesn't matter, because Dimension or Miramax or whatever, they got their cash, so they're the real winners. It doesn't matter.
Right? Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. That's crazy.
I don't like that movie.
What about a favorite? Do you have a favorite?
A favorite part 3?
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm sorry. Let me think a little bit. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 always comes to mind. I feel like everybody's. I wasn't here for it, but how many people picked part 3 as their favorite?
No one.
Nobody yet. Well, I guess
you be the one.
What you guys pick?
You be the one.
Man is a favorite part 3 for me, absolutely, because it's iconic. I think it's easy to say that one's
and
best.
Cory, like you, Knight, on a second viewing, he ended up enjoying Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 more than the last time. So,
yeah, it
that's
was
also a favorite part 3 right there.
Yeah,
I love that movie. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, but I think Dream Warriors is one of the best part 3s because it introduced so much new stuff to Freddy in general and the story, and they took it in a whole new direction. And nothing didn't work. Everything worked.
Yes.
Fell into place and kept me interested and entertained from beginning to end.
And you had likable characters, which is a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
And if you think about it, as a kid, I loved it because I was into comics. This is basically Freddy versus the X-Men. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that was a drawing thing for me. Who wouldn't want superpowers, in their dreams? Who hasn't dreamt as a kid, flying around like Superman or something like that? And then now you have these kids using those powers to fight Freddy. That was a cool concept, and it's still fun to this day.
The only one that sucks that didn't get explored is the damn the deaf dude that like can scream real loud.
Yeah.
Well,
that was a lot better than the Knight knows me. The wizard master, all that fucking build up, and boom, he's gone. He shoots the little force lightning out of his hand.
I like that. Freddy versus the X-Men. That's a really good way of putting it.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. Forgotten World Movie says Exorcist 3 isn't too bad. Not at all, man.
It's downright good.
I love that.
That's a really good one.
Not bad is turn the corner and become good.
And,
it's right there at that corner, though.
Yeah,
it's right there with the crazy nun with the big old scissors.
The shears.
Right
That Central says Hellraiser Part 3, and once again,
that one I really enjoy. That's a fun one.
Once again, we will not go past Part 3.
I can't wait till you guys discuss that franchise. That'll be fun.
Man,
I got to discuss them all.
This will be like, once you get past Part 3, this will be like Knight's first ever 2-minute long video. It'll just be like, it sucked. All right, if you're watching, you're one of the Night Watch. Peace out, and boom.
You didn't like the Cenobites in space.
Oh, I follow Knight on Twitter. Don't get him. He already talked about Leprechaun. Don't make him talk about Hellraiser in the same stream. Trust me, he won't be able to handle it.
I love rants.
I know you do, man. All right, so look. All right, so that was cool, man. Good choices, guys. So Coriander, we know usually you have some things you like to throw out at us. So we come to that special part of the show that we really enjoy.
Coriander's Hot Picks.
All right.
It gets me every time. That's funny as hell. I love it.
So what do you got? What do you got for your little recommendations?
All right. So the first pick I have is The Funhouse, directed by Toby Hooper.
Ooh, never seen it.
Really?
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, you've got a group of like these couple of people that are like on a double date. They go to a carnival, and yeah, I mean, shit goes down. You got a killer in a Frankenstein mask, and yeah, it's like a great movie. It's tense, it's claustrophobic. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's, there's some colorful set pieces. I mean, yeah. It's just great. Yeah. The score matches the movie well.
It's another one where you remember that cover, while going through the video store of the clown, but I've just never seen it.
Yeah, you gotta check this out, man. This is pretty good.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, man, it is a good one. Toby Hooper, man, he was good. He really, really was. I really enjoy a lot. Just about all of his movies, I really do. Nice. That's a good one. That came out of left field. I love it. All right.
Yeah, and the other pick, it's called Rituals. Yeah, it's almost, some people think it's like Deliverance, which, it's set out in the woods, but it's a lot different. And you've got these 5 doctors who, go out on this, trip for the weekend. And you've got this creepy ass, I don't want to give it away, but a killer that's stalking them. Yeah, it's really good. It's like a creepy Canadian backwoods horror. Yeah. Great movie. And it even has some classical music in parts of in certain parts. And it works really good.
Is it the 70s, 80s? Yeah. When did it come out?
I think it was 77.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like
that.
And you got Hal Holbrook, man. I love Hal Holbrook.
Yeah, it's got help. I must have missed this one.
Really?
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, if you guys watch this, you got to tell me what you think of it, because I'm really curious now.
Yeah, I like Hal Holbrook. Nice. He was good. Didn't he just pass away a couple years ago?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah. That sucks.
Loved him in Creepshow.
Yeah, he was good in Creepshow. Just tell it to call you Billy. Tainted meat. Yeah, he was good in that. That was one of my favorite. What'd you guys think? That was one of my favorite parts in Creepshow.
It's definitely the best of all the stories.
Have I ever showed you guys my fluffy bust?
No,
I've never seen it.
But I would love to see it again.
Let me grab it. Hold on.
That is awesome, man. Ben's got all the goodies.
I know.
I swear.
Yeah.
Speaking of Toby Hooper and franchises, I can't wait till we find out where Poltergeist 3 ends on the best or the worst list for you, Coriander Night. I know that's coming up soon.
It is coming up, man.
Oh, boy.
We've been waiting.
Holy shit.
Wow. Oh, that is sweet.
That's a good one.
That is cool, man.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
It was actually sculpted by Tom Savini, too.
That is cool, man.
Those eyes, man. That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
That is cool.
Very cool, man.
Oh, you make me want to hug it.
Good old
my.
Comfort toy. The comfort bus.
Nice.
The comfort bus. When the chips are down, Fluffy's always there for me.
Kiss a goodnight every night.
Yeah.
Death Central said Puppet Master 3. I didn't even think about Puppet Master. Wow. I didn't think about that. I haven't seen that in a long time. Joel says, yes, Coriander, Funhouse is way cool. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And yes, Fluffy is very sweet. Fluffy is very, very sweet. And Strange Monkey says, pretty badass. Yeah, man.
I've been meaning to make a video on this guy for about a year. I struggle to get content made at times, but someday there will be a video on this bust.
That would be cool.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Right?
How long have you had it for?
Like a year, I think.
Nice. Awesome.
Creepshow is one of my favorite movies. For me, the way I describe it is, it always feels like I'm hanging out with an old friend when I watch that movie.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I feel that way too, man. I used to, it sounds so weird, but like when my schedule was a little bit different, I would sometimes, when I'd be like just kind of lounging and relaxing, I would just put Creepshow on, knowing that I might, conk out and fall asleep. But it was just I don't want to say relaxing, but like you said, it was just kind of a fun, familiar type of movie to have on. And I love it. I really do.
Cinematic comfort food.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so cool because you have actors like Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson in a horror movie. Leslie Nielsen in a horror movie as one of the villains.
Yes.
That is amazing, especially if you've only seen him from like Naked Gun or any of those parody movies.
Yes.
It's really cool, and he is really good in that role.
He is.
In Day of the Animals, Leslie Nielsen was in that too, and he was quite the asshole in that role too.
Was he?
So if you've never seen that, you should
I think you
check
talked about that last stream. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Coriander, she knows what's going on. Yeah, I loved Leslie Nielsen in Creepshow. It was fantastic. All of those, even the Stephen King one, Jordy Nelson. Jordy Burrell, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He was fun as Jody. I don't care.
Yeah.
He can't act. Of course not. He's a writer. What the fuck do you expect? But he's just playing a country bumpkin, so it's not like you have to really act that hard to play one. And that's coming from me, who has a lot of them, in my life, and I grew up around them. It is what it is. You just play that stereotype, and he just came off as lovable at parts, comical at parts. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Strange Monkey says Creepshow 3 is an abomination.
One of these days I'm going to get grow a set big enough to actually watch Creepshow 3, because everyone says it's garbage, it's horrible. And of course, knowing me, I'll probably think it's awesome. But all I know is there's like a possessed hot dog in it, and that's it. And that's got me interested.
You got me.
If you can watch Gingerbread Man?
The Gingerbread Man.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. I think you can handle it.
Whatever the fuck.
I still, every now and then if I just want to kill some time, I'll go back to our last stream, and I'll still laugh my ass off watching Knight not being able to handle me explaining the Ginger Dead Men sequels and thinking I'm bullshitting the whole time. No, these things exist, man.
Now, see, the thing is about the Ginger Dead Man series. You just have to turn your brain off and just accept what you're watching is nothing but stupid but funny horror movie.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
It could be worse. He could have worms flying around him.
Too much.
I
would rather take the fucking worms than that shit, man.
Hey,
no matter how high I get. Yeah.
Hey, Eric, I gotta admit, man, at this point, Jason Goes to Hell would be like art compared to those, man. It'd be like high art. Joel says, "No, don't watch it."
All right, well, now I am. Okay, I will find a way to watch it. Trust me.
Hey, and look, man. I'm not trying to jump ahead, but you should watch it. And the next time we get together, you have a little moment to talk about it, to let us know how it went. That's what you should do.
All right, I got about a month. When we do these, okay, I'll do some homework.
Yeah, we'll get back together in a month.
We'll see what's worse, Scream 3 or Creepshow 3. Creepshow 3 had a possessed hot dog. Scream 3 had Deputy Dewey. Which is worse?
Oh man,
possessed by a haircut.
Possessed by a haircut. Oh shit, man, that's too funny. All right, guys. Well, look, this was Ben's got fluffy with him.
It was something.
I need some kind of comfort after all this Creepshow 3 talk, man.
It's like you're having Fluffy bodyguard you, man. Exactly. It's awesome. No, but this was
Don't
fun.
Worry,
though.
Fluffy. Creepshow is still good. We're just talking about the bad one. It's okay, Fluffy.
I'm telling you, man. I've suppressed that memory. I don't even think I could show you on this doll where the bad movie touched me.
Oh man.
That was good.
And on that high note, right?
Yeah. On that note, okay, guys. So we'll get ready to end this, but no, all seriousness though. Thank you guys so much for taking some time to join together and do this, because I know we all got busy schedules and obviously busy things going on our channels. But for you guys in the chat or watching, as usual, I will have the links to all these guys' channels. Definitely check them out if you haven't. If you haven't connected with them, definitely do. They're wonderful, and we always have a blast together.
Can I do a shameless plug before we end this?
You're gonna beat me to the punch. You go ahead, brother.
Okay. I just want to say, Knight's one of the biggest supporters, and Cory as well, of the Two Bearded Losers podcast. After 3 months of no internets and other issues, we're finally coming back live on Saturday for our 2-year anniversary. Today is actually the 2-year anniversary of the podcast, so we're going to celebrate Saturday night. And we made a video, but if no one saw that, our first ever video and episode we ever did, we talked about, we talked for 3 hours and roughly talked about the Child's Play remake for maybe a half hour of it, and then we just bullshitted because we didn't know what we were doing. So I thought it would be fun for our 2-year anniversary. We're actually going to finally sit down and talk about a movie Frenzy actually really enjoys. We're going to talk about the original Child's Play this Saturday on my channel at 9 p.m., give or take, Central Time.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's so good.
That's awesome. It'll be fun to see you guys back together, man. As a matter of fact, and I know I said we were about to get ready to go, but just to say this, when you guys did your video talking about getting back on for this Saturday, it was funny, man, because it looked like it was like you were like, yeah, we're gonna do it this time, and Frenzy was just there with this look on his face, like, yeah, we will. And it was just funny, man. But it was good to see you guys together on the screen together. It really was. It was cool.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Knight and Cory are big supporters, and anyone who watches it and has been around for the 2 years, or even if you just caught past episodes, we really appreciate it, and we're glad to be back. Hopefully.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. No, it'd be great to see you guys. So for you guys, definitely check that out on Saturday night. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. We had fun. We'll catch you guys hopefully in about a month, and Eric's going to tell us what he thinks about Creepshow 3, so that should be pretty fun too. So
I'm going to try, damn it.
We'll see what he says. So anyways, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you're the Night Watch. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Catch it.